Off-grid alternative cooking. It's awesome. I'll show you. Folks, Prepper Princess. So I am currently watching season 1 of Little House on the Prairie, which is part of Amazon Prime's free TV. I don't know if it's new, but they have a new free TV where if you watch the ads, which are commercials, so if you watch the commercials, you get it for free. And the commercials are not nearly as bad as they are on regular cable TV. They are like maybe 1 or 2 per episode, which is awesome. So I've been catching up on my Little House on the Prairie, Mr. Edwards. And today I am cooking in my Sun oven. So a lot of people wonder what you can cook in a Sun oven. Just about anything. And today I've got a chicken. It was a reduced price chicken from like $9 down to $4.50. One of the beautiful perks of living in Arizona, which we didn't have in California, is reduced meat. I'll just freeze it before the expiration date and I'll use it. And I also save all of the gizzards and I use them for fish bait. So whatever's in a chicken, I always get a full chicken. I don't get the $9 rotisserie chicken. I get the $4.50 chicken and I make it myself. There's a lot of questions about my oven and my burner. So I do not have the gas hooked up to this house yet because I'm waiting for someone to install the microwave before I go all out and all in on the gas stove. So what I have is, it actually works for me really, really well. I just have a simple camp stove with the Coleman propane tank, which is about $4 or $5, and it lasts me for 2 months. When I turn on the gas, they want a $400 deposit, which they retain for a full year. So they want a $400 deposit, and it's a $15 per month connection fee just to have it connected, not even including the gas that you use. So this is much more economical for me, and I always use the Sun oven anyway. Even when I had my electric oven back in California, I was always using the Sun oven. Why? Because I love it, and it cooks stuff even better than a normal oven. So it is currently about 90 degrees today. It's about, 2 in the afternoon. I just stuck my chicken in the Sun oven around, 9:45 this morning and just left it there. And as you can see, it's at about 300 degrees and it is just about done because you can tell. First of all, let me show you that this has a sun tracker. You just put the sun so that it marks in that little hole and it'll tell you, that's how you know that you're getting the most efficient sun. But I'm gonna open this up and take a step back because that hot air just kind of boom. Whew. And it doesn't look that hot, but again, it's 300 degrees. And I can tell it's done because the liquid in the bag is clear. And this is, you can cook it in an oven bag, which is what I've been doing, and I still have one left, but after that, I'm just gonna switch over to pots. It's a heavy one. It's a big chicken. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna sit it on the counter and let it cool down. And you can see all that liquid, which is gonna be saved for Mr. Rocky Pants' dog food. And the great thing about a Sun oven is that there are no issues with moisture or evaporation. So the chicken, because of the ambient air temperature inside of the Sun oven, it always comes out like it's almost coming right off the bone. It's beautiful. It's not gonna get that crispy skin like you do in an oven because of the ambient air temperature, but it never dries out. It is never a dry chicken. It's always moist and tender and amazing. You can spice it or not. It's up to you. And this is going to make me a good 10 meals. A breast a day, probably they're really big breasts. It'll probably be four meals worth of breast, and then I'll use the wings on another meal and the drumsticks on another meal. And then I usually take what's left and I'll put it in my crock pot and I'll make myself a wonderful stew that'll last another, 5, 10 meals. It's absolutely amazing. So we'll go ahead and get this, let it cool down. I'm going to open up the bag, let it cool down a bit, and then we'll see what we got. All right, folks, so we went ahead and separated the juice, and this is what the chicken looks like. It's super hot, but let me show you here. This is all, the American Sun Oven is on my website, by the way, prepperprincess.com. Look at that. Y'all see that? Whew, hot. See how amazingly moist that comes out? I just tasted it. It's not dry at all. Again, the ambient temperature in the Sun Oven keeps the moisture in the entire chicken while it's cooking. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Darn fly. I left the back door open. I apologize. No, I don't have a disgusting or dirty kitchen. It's just fly season. That's some more fat for Mister. But wow. I mean, look at that. That is going to make an amazing dinner. And again, you can spice it. You can cook it in a, look at that. Oh, you can cook it in a pot in the Sun Oven. I'm just using up all of my oven bags that I have on hand. And once I do that, I'm just going to switch over to the pot. You can season it if you choose to or not. It's up to you. And the Sun Oven will cook it in there usually. And it does absolutely make a turkey. I've made a couple of turkeys with it. And once Thanksgiving is over, I'm going to be stocking up on some more turkeys, of course. And that's when they become the cheapest, is after Thanksgiving. And also ground beef will go on sale. Look at that. So many extra juices that I can add to Rocky's food. He is going to be so Mr. Happy Pants, aren't you? Aren't you, Mister? Let's get a little cameo. He's just making sure I don't drop anything right behind me. He just wants to make sure. Right, Mister? Okay, then. But yeah, that is a lot of food. That's actually a very big bird. Very big. And I put it in around 9:30 this morning. It's about 1 or 2 p.m. And this is just, oh my gosh, it's so, look at that. That is insane. That's just crazy. Huge amount of food. And the Sun Oven will cook anything. I've cooked anything that you can think of in the Sun Oven. Green beans, corn on the cob, chicken, turkey. I've made every kind of chicken. It'll even cook steak, but I don't like steak baked. I prefer it barbecued. So that's something that I don't like doing, but whatever. It'll cook anything. Potatoes, baked potatoes, if you like those. Oh yeah, it makes really great baked potatoes. And I cannot say enough good things about the Sun Oven. It is one of my favorite prepper toys that I use absolutely on a regular basis. And it does exactly what it's supposed to do. So if there is ever a grid down situation and you don't have a, haven't thought of an alternative method of cooking, the All-American Sun Oven is the same thing as this. It's the same thing. A camp stove is the same thing as a burner. So, yes, it is absolutely an investment. God darn it. It is absolutely an investment up front, but again, it is one of my favorite prepper things. And if you're comparing it to solar, it's actually very cost effective. Everything is made in the USA with the exception of the thermometer inside of the Sun Oven. And one of my favorite things. So if you guys are thinking of, starting prepping, starting a hobby of alternative cooking methods, the Sun Oven is the way to get started. That's what I've got for you all today. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy some of my chicken. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.